Namaskar, dear student. I welcome you all in this virtual class organized by Joint School Family, and I am your teacher Deepak Kumar Sapkota, who is teaching you class 9 science, and we are studying classification of living organism. So in previous classes we have studied about the animal kingdom, and there we have discussed about the general characteristic of Porifera. So today we are going to study about the phylum Coelenterata. Okay, and the phylum Coelenterata are the phylum where the animals like jellyfish, sea anemone, hydra like organism belongs. Okay, the term phylum Coelenterata means hollow body cavity. So all those animals which have hollow body cavity, it belongs to this phylum, and this was the term which is introduced by the German zoologist Carl Georg Friedrich. Okay, and the name Coelenterate comes from the Greek word coel, or means cavity, and entron means intestine. So that is hollow cavity or intestine, and cavity which is found in them is called gastrovascular cavity, having only one opening outside. Okay, and there are about 10,000 species found on the earth of the animals that belongs to Coelenterata, and which comprise about 0.6% of the total living things on the earth. And they are also called cnidarian because they have stinging cells in their body, which is called cnidoblast, and which releases nematocyst. Okay, and about the general characteristic, first let's talk about their habitat. And most of the animals that belongs to this group are marine. Almost 99% of them are marine. That means they are found in the salty water, and they are distributed throughout the world. And in this, some of them are sessile, means they are fixed to the surface, and that means in water, and they are called sessile, means non-motile. They cannot move from one place to another. They are attached to the substratum, and some of them form colonies, and some of them are motile, means they can move from one place to another, like jellyfish, whereas sessile like in case of sea anemone. Okay, and most of them are situated in the shore of sea. That means they are generally found in the shore of sea, like in coral reefs you may see. Some of these are pelagic, means they can be found in the open sea, inhabited, and only few of them are found in deep sea. And those organisms which are found in deep sea are luminescent, means they can release the light. Okay, they are luminance, means they can release their own light. And there are fresh water animals too. They are very few, and if you want to take the example is hydra. Okay, now when we talk about the general body structure, they have two main body form. One is called polyp, which is sac-like stage and is sessile, means they cannot move. Okay, polyp cannot move from one place to another. And another form of body structure is called medusa, which is bell-like structure and free floating or swimming. That means they can swim from one place to another, and they have a tissue-based organization. In previous phylum they were cell-based, means they don't have a tissue nor they have organ system. Now in the case of Coelenterata, they are tissue-based. Tissue means group of cells performing specific type of activities. That's why that is different function are performed by the tissue, not the organ. So the function are performed by the tissues, so organ are absent. And second, another is that body structure is that they are diploblastic, means they have the body wall having two germinal layers. Outer layer is called ectoderm, whereas the inner layer is called endoderm. So there is mistake, outer layer it is written, but it is an inner layer. Okay, make it correction. So the two layer is separated by mesoglia, which contains jelly-like substances. Okay, the jelly-like substances separate the ectoderm as to the endoderm with the endoderm. Okay, and they possesses radially symmetrical body. What does radial symmetrical body means? It means that they can be divided from the different planes into two separate equal halves. Okay, so now when we talk about their mouth is located at the top in the case of polyp and underside in case of medusa. It is the only opening of the organism. Okay, so is also share the function of being an anus. That means the opening place is only one, so intake of food as well as the throwing out of the waste is only done by that opening, which may be called as a mouth or the anus. Okay, and most of them around the mouth, they possesses tentacles. Okay, tentacles are the finger-like structure which are found in most of the organism that belongs to the coelenterata and which are responsible for capturing and handling their food particles. So with the help of tentacle, they brings their prey, catch their prey and bring out to the mouth and throw it inside the gastrovascular cavity, where these tentacles also have nematocyst, or that is the stinging cells is also located in them, and which are in the coiled form, and which spring means they throw out the or releases harmful toxin to the in the body of the prey, and they get the paralyzed, and they are with the help of tentacles they are brought into the cavity, and these are helpful for digesting later on. Okay, we will discuss about it later on. So most of the nemocysts, that means the stinging cells or the toxins which are secreted by this are not so harmful to human body, because these tentacles are not able to penetrate through the skin of human body, but some of them are fatal too. Okay, and about the nervous system, these are the first animals which have a nervous system, but this nervous system are poorly developed. Okay, they are not as developed as in human being or other higher organism. They are found in the form of network of nerves, that means nerve net, like in the nerve net, and they are in the form of diffuse mesh of nerve cells that take part in the simple reflex pathway. Reflex means whenever from the general body surface, whenever there is change in the environment take place, they act automatically, and the nerve cells interact with sensory and contractile cells which are present inside their body. Okay, and about the heavy mode of nutrition, they are most of them are carnivorous animals, and while for digestive part they release nematocyst, as I have already told, that which is they release a toxic substance to the prey in which they are fed on, and they get paralyzed due to the toxic substance secreted by these animals, and this prey they die, and with the help of tentacles they bring food into the gastrovascular cavity, and inside the gastrovascular cavity there are the presence of enzymes and these enzymes break down the food particle and the nutrients into the smaller forms, which can be easily absorbed by the cells present in the endoderm, and whatever the waste material left after absorption of the food is thrown out through the mouth, which work as the anus. Okay, and about the reproduction in them may occur asexually by budding. So the formation or the outgrowth of the body part to form a new organism is called budding, and sexually by fertilization, that means there is the for fusion of male and female gamete, and later on zygote is formed, and like that they develop into the new organism. So okay, so now today we have discussed about the general characteristic. Let's summarize it. The animal body contains cavity called coelenterons. So according to the hollow body cavity, they are named after that, and they are named as coelenterate, and they are generally marine, means they are generally found in the salty water, and they are sessile as well as motile, means they are fixed and cannot move, as well as they can move freely like jellyfish, and body form is polyp or medusa, and they are diploplastic, means they are made up of two layers, that is ecto and endo Okay, and they are radially symmetrical. That means their body can be separated into two equal half from different parts, and most of them have tentacle around their body, and which help them to catch their prey as well as to move from one point to another also. And the nervous system is poorly developed, and this developed form they are less developed, and this nerve system are found in the form of nerve net. And last characteristic is that they can reproduce sexually as well as asexually. And when we take the example, we can talk about hydra, ovelia, coral, jellyfish, sea anemone, etc. Okay, this much for today. Thank you for you all for joining this class. See you in next class. Thank you very much.